Ambassador, in the best case from your perspective, we've been talking about judicial process, holding people accountable. What's the mechanism for doing that with these two individuals we've been talking about, Vladimir Putin and Assad? Where would they be tried, by whom? I mean, is there any scenario that you can foresee by which this can happen?
Well, obviously the U.S. has its disagreements with the International Criminal Court, but it has jurisdiction in Ukraine, and the crimes are committed in Ukraine, the war crimes and crimes against humanity. Putin's under an indictment, and thus far that's kept him from traveling everywhere he wants to. He wasn't able to go to South Africa or Brazil for meetings of the BRICS, etc. I mean, there could come a time when transition in Russia, or people decide he's running the country in the wrong direction and is overthrown, like has happened in other situations in the world, like even happened in Philippines with Duterte. So, there could come a time when he's transferred to the ICC. As far as where Assad would go, he's not under ICC jurisdiction. That would take a decision of the Security Council. That's not going to happen with Russia supporting him. But he could certainly be charged in Syria and could go back to Syria. He faces already an arrest warrant in France because of the chemical weapons attack. There were French victims of that crime. The Organization for the Prevention of Chemical Warfare is talking about creating a tribunal in which Syria would now participate for chemical weapons attacks, and that could be created, and he could be tried at that kind of court, probably in The Hague. So there are alternatives that could be beyond Syria, where people may think he would be lynched. I don't think he would be. I think it'd be a fair and a very important trial. But, there's questions about whether the world will send him there. They should. But if they don't, we can find other alternatives. And certainly the goal, as long as I live, will be to make sure that there is a place for him to go and that we're using all the levers that we can nationally and internationally to make it happen. Otherwise, we'll just see worse crimes being committed by people like him elsewhere.